Okay, the fast stuff wasn't working for me, so a little change pace. On the lead core, running one color down, I got a set of traditional chrome and chrome tape flashers trailing a threaded Gulp worm. And on the downrigger, I have a 6-inch UV sling blade, chrome and green, trailing a Fire Tiger crip lure. I am marking some fish here, so I'm going to troll it right around 1.8 to 2 miles an hour and see if we can get some interest in some slower presentations. Ooh, fish on! Fish on, daddy. All right. There we go, a nice little Folsom Lake King salmon. That didn't take long. As soon as I switched up, slowed down, and put on that Gulp, wham, this guy came knocking. He's gonna be great for dinner tonight. Nice fresh king, my first king in the kayak. I'm pretty stoked.
FishHuntShoot.com offers a variety of tackle as well as rods and reels designed to get you on more and bigger fish. Check it out today at FishHuntShoot.com.
Howdy folks, Kel Kellogg here. It is a damp, drippy day here in the Sierra foothills, and it is time to talk about Gulp worms. Now, anybody that watches the channel knows I love fishing with natural worms, but I also love fishing with Gulp worms. And today, we're gonna be talking about Gulp killer crawlers. These are more of a walleye bait. You're gonna have to look around to find them. You might have to order them. But let me show you these baits, and then we'll rig one up and you'll see what's so special about them. First of all, the Gulp scent is absolutely deadly for a variety of game fish, including trout, salmon, stuff like that. Now, these Gulp crawlers, killer crawlers, and those look like the real thing. Those are the natural colored right there. They look like real night crawlers. That's a 3-inch worm right there. But the unique thing about these is that they also come in colors. Check this one out. It's a chartreuse and natural. Let me set some of these down. This one here, orange and natural. This one here, this is new this year. This is a cool bait fish color. Never used those before. I'm anxious to give those a try. And then this is like the really natural color that is just all one kind of light brown color. The other ones that I said were natural, they're light brown on one side and they're darker brown on the other side. These are my favorites, but I've done very well on the orange before. I've played a little bit with the chartreuse, and like I say, I've never tried these minnow ones. So let me show you what's so unique about these. There's several ways you can fish these. They are a killer worm substitute when you're trolling. You could troll them naked, or you could troll them with a variety of attractors. We'll get into the attractors in a second. Let me just show you how to rig one naked on a slow death hook. So let's see, what color? Let's do an orange one. I think you can see that pretty well. Of course, the deal with Gulp is you got to keep the package sealed. If you don't keep the package sealed after you open it up, your worms are going to dry out. They're going to shrivel up. Now, you can add water to them. They'll come back to life again, but it's just easier to keep the package shut in the first place. Easy opening package. Now watch me have a really hard time. No, it's an easy opening package. It's a Ziploc, so you just pull off that top section like so, and then you open her up. And I don't know if you can see it on camera. You see there's Gulp juice in there. That's the scent. These baits are biodegradable. They're made primarily of soybeans of all things, and man, they are fish killers. So wow, first time open. There we go. All right, so let's take a closer look at one of these worms here. Let me get one that's nice and straight. So we'll set that aside. So here is the Gulp killer crawler. It's pointy on one end just like a worm, but on this back end, hold this up to the lens here, do you notice that? It is hollow, and that is the key to threading these, and it's what makes them so simple to use, so user-friendly for trolling. That hollow portion, I'd say it goes down to about right there, probably down about 1 inch of the entire length of this 3-inch worm. So here's a slow death hook. I just grabbed one of these out of my tackle box. This is one of the ones I've rigged on 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader material. There's no loop in the top end. This one's just kind of ready for whatever I want to do with it. I might troll it naked. I might shorten it up and troll it behind attractors, whatever. But here's what you do. You just take your hook right here, take your killer crawler right there, take the hook point and you insert it into that, that hollow section right there. Just like that. And it'll just, it just wants to follow it around like that. And you'll feel the hook point run into that solid section right there. So right there, it's just barely hooked into the solid part. Now I'm just going to keep working this around the hook, right down through that solid section. And then when I get about, 3/4, half an inch away, away from the end, I start to pop that out. Pop that out, kind of draw it down like that. Straighten that worm out. Look at the bend in that worm. That's the shape of the slow death hook, and guess what? You troll this at 1 to 1.5 miles an hour and you are going to get a perfect consistent roll every single time. Now I could put that on my line, hook it on a trolling swivel, start trolling that at 1, 1.2, 1.5 at just about any lake, Shasta, Amador, Collins, Folsom, wherever, and that's going to catch fish. But you can also team this with different kinds of blades and attractors, just like you would a natural worm. Now, one of my favorite things to team these with is a set of the Max Hot Wing Dodgers. And let me hold those up. Those are those Mylar Dodgers you've seen me use on the channel. Let me pop these out of the package. I don't think those show very well on the camera. Just pop these out. And I would shorten my worm leader to about 14 to 16 inches. I would hook this unit here on the trolling swivel coming from the tip of my rod, and then on the back side here, right there, right on that snap, I would snap on the leader. I would troll this at anywhere from 1 to 1.5, very low drag, high flash, high vibration. These have become my hands down favorite flasher over the last, couple years. They're just deadly effective. This Mylar material, it looks kind of wimpy. It is tough as nails, super effective. You could also troll these worms behind, a sling blade dodger, a Max Double D dodger, one of those smaller oval dodgers, one of my, Diamondback dodgers, a Sidewinder dodger, anything that you could troll fairly slow. Worms are best presented at slow speeds, 2 miles an hour or less, 1 to 1.5. That's your sweet spot. Now, if you want to come up with something that's really compact, it has a traction, but it's almost like trolling a naked worm. Let me pop this worm off here. And now, if you get done, for the day, you could just take this worm and put it right back in the package, and it will kind of rejuvenate itself. It will absorb that Gulp liquid in the baggie, and it'll be good to use next time. But here's the other way I really like to rig a worm, and I don't know if I'm going to take this out of the package. This is one of the Max Lure, yeah, you can see that. This is one of the Max Lure Smile Blade wedding rings that comes, let me hold that up really close to the camera. It comes rigged with a slow death hook. So, take your worm, put it on the slow death hook, you've got the flash, you've got the vibration, it's all built in. Just tie a loop in the leader that comes on this spinner, hook it on your trolling swivel, and you are ready to fish. It's just like fishing a traditional wedding ring and worm combo, but it's a high-tech version, This comes with the slow death hook, it comes with the Mylar Smile Blade, putting out the flash, the vibration, the special Gulp scent of the Gulp worm. You can mix and match colors. My first choice is always going to be that natural color, but you might be in stained water. Maybe you want to go with the orange. Maybe you want to go with the chartreuse. Maybe you're out at Folsom Lake and you think there's some kings down there. By all means, whip out a package of those minnow-colored ones and give those a try. I did very well on king salmon this spring at Folsom, trolling Gulp crawlers. So I'm anxious to try those out. I called one of my connections at Berkeley. I was like, hey, send me some of the killer crawlers in every color. I'm having a hard time getting them out here. Well, they hooked me up. Like I say, it's an East Coast, Midwest bait, super popular with the walleye community, absolutely deadly for trout, and it makes threading a worm for trolling so simple. Anyway, no worm dirt on your fingers, no having to worry about keeping your worms cool. I still take natural worms whenever I go fishing, but it is a great idea to have some Gulp killer crawlers in your tackle box. Anyway, I'm Cal Kellogg. I'm signing off. If you haven't had a chance to check out our tackle shop at Fish Hunt Shoot Productions, check it out. Got a lot of great trout gear in there, some fishing rods. We're resupplying a bunch of gear. We're getting ready to launch a bunch of new lines of tackles, so keep your eye on that store. Thanks for all the support, guys. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a Fish Hunt Shoot YouTube channel. And I lucked out, man. It's been raining all day. I was out running errands with my wife, and we got this window where it's not raining, so we got away with filming this today. I was gonna go fishing tomorrow. I'm postponing until next week. I got rain in the forecast. Tomorrow is Friday, so I'm gonna be in and out. I'm probably gonna go do some squirrel hunting. I could go catch fish tomorrow. It's really hard for me to film in the rain. I always got water on my lens. I'm all freaked out about getting my equipment wet. So anyway, I'll be out on the water soon. I hope to see you out there. You guys have a great day, and I will catch you again here real soon on YouTube. Thanks a lot, guys. This is Cal Kellogg, and I am signing off.